Hey, I just watched Halloween Ends, the finale in David Gordon Green's trilogy of Halloween films. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis once again as Laurie Strode, Andi Matichak, Rohan Campbell, and Will Patton. The plot of this film is that it's set 4 years after the events of Halloween Kills, and it has Laurie Strode living with her granddaughter. And the whole town is kind of very uneasy after the events of the previous film. And I would say, really, that's all I'm going to tell you about the movie, other than this is the finale of Halloween movies, at least going forward with Jamie Lee Curtis. So they claim. People are going to shit all over this movie. I can see it already. This movie went the supernatural route. We've done this before with Halloween movies, and it's a mistake. They kind of teased a supernatural element at the very end of the last film, but I felt like you could not 100% interpret that as meaning it was supernatural, just more maybe metaphorical or just symbolic, but not real, true supernatural stuff was happening. The reason Michael Myers worked with the first John Carpenter film was that he was not some powerful being or some magical entity. He's just evil. That's what's so scary. He just kills to kill. I feel like, unfortunately, with this movie, they did take that away again, and it was a misstep. Also, there is not a lot of Michael Myers in this movie. In the movie, towards the beginning and just the end final scenes. That's really about it. Maybe a couple segments here or there interspersed. I'm not complaining about that necessarily, because it could be okay, but I think in the context of what they gave us with this movie, it was probably a mistake, especially when it's supposed to be your finale film. The movie does have some good gory moments. I think that they've all three had good moments, and they've kind of progressively gotten better. There were some really great moments in this movie that are very gross, very disgusting. Unfortunately, that doesn't make a great movie, and there's just not a lot saving this one. I know that most fans are not going to like this. I think it has some value in terms of being a cult classic of sorts in some ways, like some of the other Halloween movies that had these kind of elements were like that. But what I see here is a trilogy that really fell flat. You had a really solid first movie, and then it's been all downhill ever since. The only saving grace this movie has is that it does have a good finale. It feels like it was a short film that was made, and if we only ever had that, there was no trilogy, there was nothing made prior to that. This was the only thing we ever got, was this like short film that was the finale of this movie. People will be clamoring for a full-length Halloween movie because it is a really good finale sequence. I don't know if there was an initial plan to make a trilogy of movies or not, but to me, it really kind of feels like they didn't plan to make two other movies and they both suffered for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that does feel like these were the B-list ideas they had, where the first movie was like where they took the best ideas and that's what that movie got made, and it was good. I really can't recommend that you go see this movie in theaters unless you are a die-hard Halloween fan and you've seen the other two films prior to this one. If you have Peacock Premium or Premium Plus, definitely give this a watch. It's not that bad, and maybe almost so bad it's good in some ways. So definitely give it a watch if you have that service. If you can get a free trial, then cool, get that. And for everybody else, if you haven't seen the other two movies, try to go out of your way to watch the first one. But you don't need to see these other two movies. It's not necessary. The first movie really can be seen as an open and closed film. And, this was a letdown. I was hoping maybe they'd recover from Halloween Kills, because I did find it a little disappointing and just not nearly as good as the first film that was made of this trilogy, but unfortunately they really just made it worse. And well, that's really all I have to say about this one. If you like this video, feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought about the movie if you have seen it. I'd love to hear other people's takes on this. And with that said, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see my latest review, you can check that out right here. And if you like vocal covers, well, I have a vocal cover channel. You can check that out over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.